All right, today we're going to do a review of the 2022 Can-Am Defender XT HD10. This is a pretty cool side-by-side so far. We've loved it. It's got a crazy amount of power. So we love everything about it. There's a lot of features about this one. The XT model comes with a few extra upgrades that we were going to upgrade ourselves, so we may as well get it. But this is an awesome side-by-side for anybody who's looking for one. We did compare this to several other side-by-sides, and I chose this one over a Polaris, which I know a lot of guys get weirded out about because they like them Polarises, but I'm 6'3". I'm a big guy, so the Polarises had no leg room for me. This has excellent leg room for me. It has adjustable steering, adjustable seats. So let's go through it. All right, I'm going to go over the specs first before I go over some of the smaller details inside the side-by-side. But this is the HD10 XT series. So the XT comes with a little bit of extra. And part of that is this paneling here. It actually is the same color as the side-by-side that you order. So whether it be green, camo, or they're gray. We got the blacked out edition. Also, the XT model comes with the bumper, the brush guard. It also comes with a 4,500-pound winch. And it's the Can-Am winch. It's an excellent winch. Used it a couple of times already just to pull logs and stuff out of the woods. This also has the Versa Pro bolstered reinforced bench seats, which are excellent. A little bit harder to clean up. Seems like they hold the dirt. Pressure wash this. But these are really nice. The cushion, the pads on it is excellent. You can just tell these are built really tough. Also, this has the 82-horse Rotax HD10 V-twin engine. So it's got an incredible amount of power. Probably a little more power than we really need here on a farm. We have 60 acres here. We got a sawmill. We do all kinds of stuff. We hunt. So we do hay, which is one of the reasons why we wanted this. This is got a 2,500-pound tow rating, which the Polaris also had the same tow rating, which is why we were debating between the two. Obviously, the size, the amount of leg room that I have is what sold me on the Can-Am. All right, so some other features that this has is the dynamic power steering. So that actually adds so much comfort when you're steering this size of a vehicle, and it actually adjusts the steering automatically as you're driving it, which is pretty cool. This has adjustable shocks on all four wheels, which is pretty nice. We've already tightened up the back for heavier loads. It's got a hydraulic assist dump bed. It's pretty easy. You see I had no effort there of lifting it. A little bit of effort if it's got a full load of dirt, which we've done. And then to push it back, you just pull back on it, no big deal. Some other features that I like about this, it has different modes while you're driving. It actually has work mode, eco mode, and standard mode. We mostly use standard mode, but there's been several times I've used work mode, which it works the engine a little bit more. If you're going downhill, it kind of helps you assist a bit, and works great. We got some button controls here. You have your winch, which came standard on the XT. Obviously, if you didn't get the XT model, if you're not going to get that one, you're going to have to add this one later. Got your headlights there, so you can add a couple more lights here, which is pretty cool. So we got a tilt steering wheel, which is awesome. So I mean, you can tilt it whichever way. This seat, which I love, it moves in and out. So, which I love that feature. And like I said, I'm 6'3". I'm going to sit in this. I mean, you can see the amount of room that I have here. I can tilt the steering wheel down. This is very comfortable for me. And here's the display. I turned the key on so you can see that. You can see my miles there. You can see that I'm in park. You can see that I'm in two-wheel drive. And you see where this is it looks like the differential is locked. It actually isn't. It locks it automatically when you put it in park. You can see there I got about a half a tank of gas. So you can control your display with these series of buttons here. You can put it in different drive mode. You can change the trip, and you can go to the menu and adjust a few things, which is pretty nice. Obviously, this is to switch into your transmission. You have reverse, neutral, high, and low. And this is actually pretty easy. It's not too hard. Another thing to note is that the seatbelt, this is normal for most side-by-sides. If you're not wearing your seatbelt, it governs your speeds, even in low gear. So you can't really go over like 11 mile an hour. And it gets all jumpy. So our workaround is just to buckle it right here.
Which is not the right thing.
Yeah.
You should wear the seatbelt properly.
Yep.
For your safety.
We're going to go over a few storage places. There's a lot of storage on the XT series. I don't think the other models are quite like this. Maybe the Max is like this, but you have storage here. And this actually has a phone charger in it. Right now we have a DJI drone in there just for storage, but it's the dry box too. Nothing can get wet in there. We have this that folds down. This is like a center console, which is pretty nice. And you see there, you can drink holders, stuff like that. One nice thing is right here. You got a little cubby there. You have little cubbies up underneath the dash there. I'm going to walk around to the other side. Some people may think that's cool, some people might, but this is actually a removable toolbox, and you can actually pull it out of there. Some people might not like that. There's also one down here, so lift this up, you can pull this right out of there. And they stay latched in pretty good. You wouldn't think so, but they do. This folds up too. Oh, look, there's some crackers.
From our kids. Well, we took them.
So yeah, so that folds up, makes a little more room, so you can look how much space here. You can put whatever you want in there, which is really nice. So I like all the storage. The only thing that I have added so far to this unit is a rear view mirror, which is really nice. And I just got some sort of aftermarket mirror. I'm not sure that it's going to work with the windshield that we have ordered. We ordered the glass Can-Am windshield because it was a little bit colder last month, and that wind hurts in the cold. So, but for this rear view mirror, we'll post a link down below, and you can get that one. It was, I think it was like 35 bucks or something like that. One thing I forgot to mention, which it seems like it should obviously come with a hard roof on all of the models, but the XT comes with this roof. On the other models that are not the XT, the ones underneath the XT do not come with a roof, so you'll have to pay extra. Of course, I'm sure I paid extra, but that's okay. Okay, I wanted to talk about a few things that I didn't like about the Can-Am, in case anybody was wondering. These machines are not perfect. If it was exactly what I wanted, it would not have a plastic bed. So this does hold 1,000 pounds, but for it being plastic, I could just see this getting tore up at some point, and it's the tailgate more than anything. The way that the plastic is designed for the bed, I could definitely tell it's going to handle a lot of weight. But this tailgate, I mean, this thing just seems really chintzy compared to the rest of this machine. It's 250 pounds max. I mean, that kind of scares me right there. But the other thing that I don't really care about this machine is I love the dynamic power steering, but it gives a very high-pitched sound. And you hear it more when the key is on, and I'm not even sure if you can hear it. I'm going to turn it on. Can you hear that high-pitched noise?
Yeah.
So that's actually the power steering. Yep. And it remains on. Once I turn the key off, it remains on as long as these electronics are lit. But it's got something to do with the steering, because I can turn it on and off just by moving that. So there's one other thing that I don't care for on this machine, and I'm guessing that this is the problem, but they call it the intelligent throttle control. And it seems like when I first start this up, I get a lot of jumpiness in the gas pedal, and it's hard to remain smooth. And it's usually on a cold start, and this may have nothing to do with that intelligent throttle control, but that's my only guess there. Other than that, I love this machine. It's going to do really nice for us here on the farm. And like I said, this sucker is fast. It's very powerful. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be able to do a lot of work for us. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment for me below. Anything specific on this model Can-Am, and I'll be able to tell you.
So I did want to add that from a mom's perspective, the reason I wanted the side-by-side was for our safety. We have 3 little kids, and prior to the side-by-side, we had a 4-wheeler, which we love. We still use it a lot. But putting James and I, who are pretty tall individuals, on a quad with 3 little kids, it's just not safe. So that's why I know these are expensive, but it's something that we budgeted for and purchase because we obviously need it, but it's a safe way to transport our family all over our farm to do all of the things that we do. And you can also buy, which I'm super excited about, we'll get this here soon and we'll make a video about it when we do, you can get seats to put in the back of this. They are aftermarket, they're not Can-Am, so of course they can't promote the product, but we have seen them online and you can add them in the back to put kids back there to sit in, which I really like. So anyway, I love the side-by-side from a mom and a wife's perspective. It's absolutely worth the money.